Hello everybody and welcome to Pikes Peak International Raceway. Nestled in the mountains of Pikes Peak, Colorado, this track was last in use in NASCAR over 20 years ago, but it's back on the schedule and it's going to give us 40 laps of action today. I'm joined by Gavin Beers and Carter Dickerson, Speed Cup Stop Motion in the booth. What are we expecting today?
Well, it's going to be a great race, a return to a legendary track. Great racing has been put on here in the past. Chase Briscoe going to start on the pole. It's going to be a fantastic race to and through all the way to the checkered flag.
Yeah, I think we're going to have some great racing. I agree with Gavin on that point. This track is a lot like Iowa Speedway, so we should see kind of similar racing to that. Should see some three-wide action off the restarts. It's going to be a great race today.
Now you see right here, Red Bull had an event last week with their drivers Connor Zilic and Shane Van Gisbergen. Pikes Peak right now is known for their drift track, and they have been since they closed full operations. So these Red Bull drivers wanted to do something a little special, and they're pretty cool events set up by Red Bull.
How cool is that? Seeing those two Cup stock cars drifting around the infield at Pikes Peak. That is awesome. Here's some highlights from qualifying. Connor Zilic in the 87 coming around to make his lap. He was the first to go out. A big moment off turn number 4. The exit to the corner there is something to watch out for all day long.
Yeah, a lot of rookies taking the track early in qualifying. You see, there goes Jesse Love spinning off turn 4. Turn 4 is going to be a treacherous place today. We're going to have to keep our eye on it, especially off restarts.
And then right here, this was the big moment from qualifying. Ryan Blaney with a hard hit into the outside wall. Full backup car for him. He's going to be starting from the rear, but we'll have more on that later. Chase Briscoe got quick time in qualifying yesterday and is going to be starting on the pole for the race today. He really has qualifying figured out this year.
Kyle Busch is starting mid-pack here at Pikes Peak International Raceway. He is on an 85-race winless streak, so he's looking to break that today and lock himself into the NASCAR Playoffs.
Ryan Blaney, we saw before, crashed hard in qualifying in turn 1. He takes up the rear of the field, starting 40th. A long way to go if he wants to win this race.
Now let's send it down to Tyler Miscraft for the command.
All right, get up on your feet. Let's go. It's time to get rolling. Drivers, let's start your engines.
The cars start to roll off here in Pikes Peak as we return to action on the Roval. And let's get straight to your starting lineup. Chase Briscoe starting on the pole as mentioned, starting next to William Byron.
Row number 2, we see Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin.
Row 3 is going to see fan favorite Chase Elliott and Chris Buescher.
Then in row 4, we have Tyler Reddick starting next to the Hurricane, Carson Hocevar.
In row number 5, we see Brad Keselowski and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. up there in the 47.
In row number 6, we see Josh Berry and Austin Cindric.
Then in row 7, we got Ryan Preece next to John Hunter Nemechek.
Row number 8, we see Joey Logano and Kyle Busch, two of the veterans in today's field.
Row number 9 sees Christopher Bell and Bubba Wallace, a couple of Toyota teammates.
As the cars do their pit speed, row 10 is going to be Eric Jones next to AJ Allmendinger. And the rest of the starting lineup is going to fly by right here. Some notable guys starting pretty far back here. So you see Ross Chastain starting 25th.
See a lot of those guys. Shane Van Gisbergen in row 15 was just drifting around this racetrack with his teammate Connor Zilic a week ago. He's starting in row number 15. He's got a long way to the front if he wants to win this race.
And of course, as we saw earlier, Ryan Blaney starting in row 20, 40th place in this field. Gonna have to see if he can work his way up.
It's going to be a long one today. We got 40 laps here in Pikes Peak, and the stages 10, 10, and 20. You're going to have to make a green flag pit stop in that second stage if it goes green because the fuel window is 13 to 14 laps. Fans are up on their feet. First time action's been seen at this track since 2005, and the green flag is out. Chase Briscoe leads him down.
Side by side for the lead as they enter turn 3. Briscoe on the outside, Byron fighting down low. They're going to be side by side drag racing to the start finish line. Who's going to lead the opening lap? It's Briscoe at the line.
Hendrick teammates of William Byron and Kyle Larson battle for second. Denny Hamlin lurking at 4th down the back straightaway. Here it comes to the inside, 3 wide, entering turns 3 and 4.
And what a move from Denny Hamlin to take the third position away. He's looking for second from William Byron, but Byron's going to get the run off the exit, but he is up to third.
Trying to take second away to join his Joe Gibbs Racing teammate at the front of the field. It's still Chase Briscoe up front by half a car length. Larson now to the outside of Hamlin. Here comes Byron for the lead. Back into turn 3 of drag race once again.
A move from Byron, and now he's going to almost clear Briscoe. Not quite. Briscoe's going to get the run off turns 3 and 4. And here comes the 19 down the front straightaway. Back into 1. The 19 having the advantage. Now Byron has it.
And don't look now, but they're side by side for the lead. Kyle Larson lurking in third as they're still side by side down the backstretch. Briscoe with the advantage, but he's going to have the top side entering 3.
Larson gave the 19 a big shove past his teammate. That allows Briscoe to solely control this race. Hendrick teammates still battling. Here comes Hocevar making his way up to 4th, trying to get it into the top 3 as they go back to turn 1.
Kyle Larson side by side with Chase Briscoe down the back straightaway. The 5 now has the surge, and he's going to take the lead entering turns 3 and 4. Larson's out front, slotted to P1 on the racetrack.
Pretty unprecedented start for these drivers as they can't shake away each other for the lead, but it looks like they all start to shuffle into line. And oh, what a bobble from Chase Briscoe.
They did get single file for a moment there. Then the 19 had a huge moment in turn number 1, was able to catch it. That'll put the 2 Hendrick teammates at the front of the field. Chevy's controlling. Hocevar now trying to crack his way into the top 3 by getting around this 19 car. No avail off turn 4.
Briscoe starting on pole, starting to slip back a little bit. Hendrick controlling the top 2 positions. Something might not be good on the balance of that number 19 car. As we said in the pre-race, his cars are set up for qualifying, not race trim. Gonna have to see what James Ball can make adjustments on the next pit stops.
Oh, and we have a caution on the racetrack. Oh, it's Kyle Larson, your leader, off turn 4.
Once again, off turn 4, heavy damage to the right side of Larson's car. The leader of the race turned around and look at all the damage to his car.
That's a heavy tolling damage. Look how crab walk that car is. It's going to be raced over for Kyle Larson, I think. Let's check a replay, see what happened. And, oh, he wasn't even off turn 4 yet. It was in the center of the corner. He bobbled and overcorrected hard into the wall. And that's big damage at the number 5.
Kyle Larson tends to do this a lot, out front, controlling the race, pushing too hard, trying to get away from his Hendrick teammate of William Byron. Loses it in the middle of the corner, comes off the racetrack, smacks the wall, and that's going to be the end of his day.
Yeah, that's very big, especially from your leader. We're going to have pit stops here, but that's kind of pretty crazy to see the leader of the race, the dominant car already, be out of it so soon. But let's send it down to pit road. Blake.
Tyler Reddick's going to come down pit road and take 2 tires in hopes to flip the stage and take the lead. Reddick is wanting those valuable points the stage has to offer.
Ryan Blaney started last today, but worked all the way up to 25th in the first 7 laps. 2 tires and no adjustments for the 12.
And thanks for that. Tyler Reddick with that bold 2-tire call is going to win the race off pit road as he looks to flip the stage, but he's going to be on 2 tires for all of stage 2. Let's see if the positions were worth it. You see a lot of people taking 2 tires actually. Chase Briscoe taking 4, he's down to 5th. So that's going to be very, very interesting. But here, 9 drivers stayed out as we come into the choose cone. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., your leader, he elects to take the outside.
It'll be interesting to see which lane gets a better restart. We know some shuffling in the running order at the front of the field. This is going to be one chaotic restart with older tires at the front, fresher tires at the back. Chaos awaits.
Staying out is going to be very critical for Josh Berry and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., even Austin Cindric to get stage points here to help their chances to make the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs.
But it all comes down to this restart here. Stenhouse with a pretty good start on those old tires. He's going to be good. He has an advantage entering turn number 1. He's clear of Josh Berry, and they're 3 wide behind him.
3 wide is going to get tight off the corner. Berry gets loose. They're going to be still 3 wide. The Fords shuffling it out into turn 3. That allows Ricky Stenhouse Jr. to pull away with the lead. Still side by side behind him.
Zane Smith got up to 2nd on that restart, but it's no contest for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as he wins stage number 1.
A pack race behind him, coming across the line to finish stage 1 here at Pikes Peak International Raceway. Stenhouse is going to win stage 1. Critical stage points for that number 47 as they're going to come down to pit road. We'll send it down to our pit reporters.
Blake.
Stage 1 winner here at Pikes Peak, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. makes his way down to pit road. He wants some adjustments on his race car, says he was a little too free off on exit, but after winning that stage and holding off drivers like Josh Berry and Chase Elliott, he says he has a great car for the end of the race.
2 tires is a very interesting call for them to make, but I guess they wanted to get in front of all these other drivers, and I guess they think that tires aren't going to matter in this second stage. And he wanted to leapfrog these drivers like Chase Elliott, Austin Cindric, Christopher Bell, so it does make sense.
Look at that for this restart. He's going to be a sitting duck. Everybody behind him taking 4 tires. These guys coming into the choose cone right now to begin stage number 2. They are all on 2 tires, 2 fresh tires there. Chase Briscoe is the exception. And starting with Keselowski on back are all fresher tires here. This restart once again going to be chaotic.
Yeah, another chaotic restart coming up here at Pikes Peak. We're going to have to see who gets the better jump. Like Gavin mentioned, Chase Briscoe, the first on 4. Going to have to see if this works out. And let's see, folks, if tires truly matter in today's race.
Tyler Reddick's going to be your leader coming into the restart zone. He's off and away with an advantage over John Henry Nemechek entering turn number 1.
Nemechek on the inside trying to fight for the lead. The 2 Toyotas going at it. That's going to allow Allmendinger to get a run on the inside. Still going to stay side by side and sideways in the back. Around goes Logano. Hard into the wall is Ryan Preece.
And a big crash comes out on the opening lap of stage 2. Ryan Preece hard to the inside wall. Joey Logano involved. Ty Gibbs involved. And this is going to end a couple days. Let's get an instant replay on what happened. You see the camera panned up. Denny Hamlin got loose. And something happened to where Ryan Preece got turned around to the inside wall. I couldn't tell what happened right there. Let's see it once again. Denny got loose. They checked up. And I think Joey Logano tried to clear himself on Ty Gibbs. And that got into Ryan Preece. Carter, what do you see here?
It just really looks like Hamlin got loose, stacked up the field, and then Joey actually looks like he gets clipped by Ty Gibbs after coming up the racetrack, and that sends Ryan Preece hard into the inside wall. Really hope he's okay, but again, if you look at it one more time, you see Denny gets loose in the middle of the corner, and then here comes the number 22 clipping the 60, and then the 60 takes a hard hit to the inside wall.
And he's going to be on the record down pit road. That was a really good wreck avoidance from a lot of these drivers. It was only 3 cars involved in that one, but heavy damage for all of them. When we come back to the choose cone, it's going to be, looks like same song, second verse for the top 2 rows. They do the same thing, but Alex Bowman goes to the top.
Smart move by Tyler Reddick choosing the outside line. We've seen both restarts so far today. The outside line gets the advantage as Ty Gibbs brings it to the garage. It's once again going to be the 2 Toyotas leading the field back to the green flag.
Same thing as last restart. We're back underway on lap number 3. Tyler Reddick on the outside, just like last restart, and entering turn number 1. Again, it's going to be the same thing. Nemechek's pushing him up the track. Allmendinger almost makes it 3 wide, but he can't get there.
Nemechek got a much better launch off the restart that time. That allows him to stay tough with the 45. Now he's going to slide in line behind him. Single file top 2, double file for third. Allmendinger, Buescher battling off the corner.
Reddick down the front straightaway has the lead. Buescher still battling with AJ Allmendinger on his outside, but John Nemechek is slowly but surely gaining back on that 45 of Reddick. Side by side is Briscoe and Keselowski. They're going to have to sort this out fast because here comes Ryan Blaney in the 12.
Yeah, but Ryan Blaney's also on 2 tires. He started from last, so he took that call in stage 1. As here he goes to the inside. He's going to be 3 wide entering turn number 1.
Oh, he's going to get sideways into Allmendinger. They both go around in the corner. And Ryan Blaney, who made his way up to the front of the field, is going to be sent to the back again. Another caution comes out, lap 5, stage 2.
Unbelievable for Ryan Blaney. He tried to take it 3 wide right here, exiting the corner. He got that run into the inside. They tried to go 3 wide. It was a squeeze to the bottom, and they just all ran out of room. Let's see right here. I think Briscoe was pinching. Maybe he didn't know that he was 3 wide. But they all came together, and Ryan Blaney worked all that way up, took that pit strategy call for nothing, and he's going to be going to the back once again. Heartbreak for the 12.
Tough start to the day for Ryan Blaney in the 12. He's going to come down pit road. Down to my wife on pit road, Jendi Venerini.
Ryan Blaney coming down for 4 tires and fuel after his spin. No damage for him, but an uphill battle as he's starting from the rear again.
Very tough race so far for Ryan Blaney, as he had to start from the rear. He works his way all the way up. He broke into the top 10 right there. But back on pit road, he's going to be off and away in a minute, as I don't think there's any damage to that car. The teams don't think either. He's off and away. And AJ Allmendinger also on pit road, just looking for any flat spot tires or anything. He did slide them in turn 2, but I don't think there's going to be any issues. Heading to the choose cone, Tyler Reddick still your leader.
Same top 3 as the last time. Chase Briscoe slowly working his way up on those fresher tires. He gets up to 4th now. Going to restart on the outside line behind Tyler Reddick. The outside line, we know, gets such good restarts. Keep an eye out for those 2 Toyotas on the outside for this one.
Yeah, very interesting. We haven't really had a run in this stage on these 2 tires, so Briscoe hasn't really been able to work his way up. But let's see what happens. Coming back in the restart zone, Tyler Reddick's going to be your control car again. And we're back green. Reddick with the advantage as they cross the line. It's going to be 4 laps to go in the stage.
Chris Buescher, a huge move inside of 3 wide. He's going for the lead off turn 2, but Reddick fights back on the outside. The outside keeps prevailing on these restarts, but he can't get clear of the 42 into turn 3.
3 wide off turn number 4. Chris Buescher is battling with John Nemechek. He's trying to win this stage for the 17 crew. He's going to clear the 42, but now he's going to have to battle the number 45 of Tyler Reddick, one of the best cars so far today.
They're still side by side down the backstretch. He can't shake him. Tyler Reddick on the top, Chris Buescher on the bottom. At outside lanes, getting the runoff corner exit. Buescher trying to clear. He can't do it. Coming back to 2 laps to go in the stage.
Reddick still rolling the momentum from the outside line. Buescher trying to claw his way to the front. This time he's got a lot of momentum. Reddick going to do the crossover, still side by side into turn 3.
Here comes the 45. He's going to have the advantage coming off turn number 4. Can Chris Buescher keep a quarter pedal on him? He's going to. Here comes Briscoe. This battle's bringing the number 19. 3 wide down the front straight away, entering 1 lap to go in stage 2.
And what a move from the 19 to take the lead. But we still got 2 more corners to go. Tyler Reddick coming back on the inside. Is he going to be able to do anything? Chase Briscoe has the advantage. And, coming out of turn number 4, squeezed to the wall almost. But Chase Briscoe is going to win stage 2.
What a race we've seen so far. 2 stages complete. That's the halfway point in an unbelievable racing we've seen thus far here at Pikes Peak. It's been fantastic. Chase Briscoe, the pole sitter, is going to win stage number 2, his 5th stage win of the season so far.
The tires end up paying off as we come down to pit road. Let's send it down. Blake.
4 tires was the name of the game for Chase Briscoe. He wins stage number 2. He also was able to make up all that ground and positions on the drivers who took 2 tires. Briscoe was ready to fight it out to the finish.
4 tires ends up being the move as Chase Briscoe gets the stage win. Very interesting to see how that 2 tires didn't work. But you see Eric Jones enters the top 10, and Carson Hocevar I saw was a big mover on pit road. He's up a bunch of spots, but Ryan Blaney stayed out here. That's a very interesting call. He pitted on lap about 16, and he's going to be trying to go all the way to the end on a 1 stop. He's going to be tight on fuel and even tighter on tires. Everyone else so far is choosing the outside lane, so that's definitely the name of the game for everyone. I saw Carson Hocevar second on the inside is where he's going to restart, and there's Connor Zilish. I haven't seen him much today, but he's entered the top 20, and we'll see how he fares. But the main important guy is Ryan Blaney. He's going to be the one to watch.
Yes, he is. Older tires on the outside line, new tires down low. Who gets the better launch? Final stage underway. It's Blaney out front. Can he clear into turn 1? Yes, he does. Over Chase Briscoe. Then 2 and 3 wide behind him through 1 and 2.
Blaney gets the rockety advantage off turn 2. Chase Briscoe in tow behind him in second. How long can Ryan Blaney hold off the number 19? Here comes Carson Hocevar now. He's trying to get under the number 19 of Briscoe off turn 4.
I saw Hocevar try and make a move on that restart that didn't work out, but he's going to be up to the 3rd position here, and he's on the inside of Tyler Reddick, who's hanging on that right rear, and, Tyler Reddick's into the wall. That's a pretty hard hit.
Huge contact to the 45 of Reddick. He's going to now get put 3 wide with the RFK cars in turn number 3. The damage to the 45 car, what does he have? He's beginning to fall back now.
falling down the running order. Tyler Reddick smacked the wall, and he says his steering is off and something is wrong with his race car. This is devastating for the 45 team.
Devastating reported by Blake Garcia down the back straightaway. You could tell that 45 car is not the same. He's side by side with Alex Bowman. Now he's going to lose the position. Here comes Kyle Busch looking for another spot on the number 45.
He's dropped 4 or 5 positions so far, almost outside of the top 10. Ryan Blaney clearing away with that lead. He's trying to build up some time. He's going to have to pit earlier than all the other guys here. Let's see how that strategy works out. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, you can definitely tell everybody being a lot more cautious than they were in previous restarts as well. This third stage double the length of stage 1 and 2. So everybody minding their P's and Q's early, only a quarter of the way through this final stage. But Ryan Blaney out to a 3.5-10 lead over Chase Briscoe in the 19 car. He's going to lead the 5th lap onto lap number 6 of stage number 3 as he begins to catch the end of lap traffic. The 44 car, the first one to go by.
Yeah, I do expect these guys are going to start taking care of their tires. Even though Ryan Blaney is on this one-stop strategy, the number 19, the number 77, they need to start taking care of their tires because they're soon just going to be on equal tires with the 12.
And he's going to be having to pit any lap down for the 12 of Ryan Blaney. But I have noticed he's been running further up the racetrack as the tires start to wear out. As Jesse Love gets out of his way. Let's see if he comes in. When he does, and he comes to the bottom here, I think he's pitting.
He gets that car slowed down onto the apron. Don't slide the tires into the box here. Here he comes. Gonna lock him up into the box and take 2 tires on pit road. So far for this 12 team, he's been sent to the back 2 times so far in this race. He's trying to salvage anything he can and finishing result for this stage as he pulls off and away.
Blaney's off and out of his pit box. Gonna see how this strategy is gonna work out for Jonathan Hassler, the 12 team. He's gonna now re-merge with traffic, 1 lap down so far, but he's gonna have fresh tires over the rest of the field.
Yeah, looks like he's cycled out around where 10th place is, 9th to 10th, but a lap down for the 12th. But he's gonna have a lot of time on fresh tires. He's running much faster than these guys on older tires. Let's see how long they decide to slug it out. The fuel and tire window is open for all these drivers, so they can pit whenever they want. They're going to want to have the freshest they can. Chase Briscoe, your leader, but Carson Hocevar in second. Here he comes 3 wide around those 2 lap cars. He's right to the back bumper of Briscoe already.
It is a minefield with these lap cars. These leaders running so slow lap times right now. You see Hocevar catching the 19 so fast through the corner. Briscoe stuck on the bottom of 3 wide, navigating through the lap traffic. Hocevar right on his bumper into turn 1.
Briscoe stuck behind these lappers here. Now he's stuck behind Shane Van Gisbergen. The 77's closing in on the 19. Can he get there? Entering turns 3 and 4. Here we go. The number 7 one's going to pit in front of him. Oh, Chase Briscoe's at the track. Hocevar just is barely too far away to make a move.
All this lap traffic is not what Chase Briscoe wants. They're all getting in his way. And the bumper to the back of the 19. He's going to get moved out of the way, muscled out of the way by Carson Hocevar. And oh my gosh, what a move to take the lead. I don't think Chase Briscoe can like that much, but oh, he comes onto pit road. He says he's had enough of the 77 and decides to pull it in.
Yeah, at some point you're going to need... Oh, Riley Herbst in the back, spinning out almost onto pit road. But for Chase Briscoe, you almost had to come to pit road with how much time you're losing. You see Cody Ware there having to back up to get around that 35 car. A close call for Riley Herbst. Here's Chase Briscoe entering his pit box. Enough was enough. He was being held up so much by this lap traffic, he decided to give in. Hocevar stays out, assumes the lead. Byron moves up to second with the 19 on pit road.
More than likely, there's going to be a penalty for Riley Herbst. As you see him right here, the 35 spins on the pit road, and then he pits outside the box. Like we said, we're going to have to get an update on that later on. Carson Hocevar now coming down pit road, as you see 2 fast entering for Riley Herbst.
This is the money stop for every driver. Carson Hocevar with that Spire team. He has 2 tires on so far. Jack's dropped, Jack back on the other side. It's going to be a pretty quick stop. He came up in with William Byron. They're going to be side by side exiting pit road. This isn't going to work. Hocevar gets doored off track by William Byron. He's going to merge back onto that access road. But look at all this. All these leaders, except for Ryan Blaney, are all right here. William Byron, Chase Briscoe, Tyler Reddick, and Carson Hocevar. Carson Hocevar, definitely a very heated driver. I don't think he's going to like what William Byron did too much. But, I mean, what is he going to do at that point?
Well, if you're William Byron right now, your only saving grace is Tyler Reddick in the 45 with the car length buffer back in the 77. He can't do anything to William Byron right now as the leaders continue to catch more traffic off the corner. Chastain making the 24 take a little bit of a different line than Chase Briscoe. Now they all get to the bottom of the racetrack. The 24 continuing to make up time on the 19.
Down the back straightaway, Chase Briscoe in the 24, starting to close in on Ryan Blaney in the 12. That number 12 is on older tires, but we're going to have to see if he can navigate his way through lap traffic as they come down to complete lap 16.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that call. Golden hour starts to shine, but Ryan Blaney's going to have 4 more laps in this race to try and hold off every hard-charging car behind him. Hocevar's trying to make a move, and we get to William Byron. He spins around, the caution comes out, and there will be a restart.
3 laps to go as they come to the line, and there's going to be another restart. The 24 with huge damage to the rear end. Let's take a look at what happened. The second Hendrick car to wreck out of this race. Heavy contact into the wall. They were 3 wide with Hocevar and the lap car on the 44, and they just could not make it work into turn 3.
And that truly will change the complexion of this race completely. And also, folks, that's the reason they call Hocevar the Hurricane here in the NASCAR Cup Series. He sweeps up everything he touches.
But this is going to be the crucial pit stop here. Let's see what they're going to do. And no, Ryan Blaney stays out, and everyone's staying out.
The money stop of the race is not going to happen. The guys at the front staying out to keep all those lap cars down in the back of the field so they cannot advance position. You see Ryan Blaney coasting along the apron, taking the shortest distance around as possible to make enough fuel to make it to the end. It's going to be an overtime restart in this race. He cannot afford any more cautions here.
For me, it's not the concern about fuel that's going to worry me. If I'm Jonathan Hassel or Ryan Blaney, it's those old tires coming off this restart. It's going to be very interesting. The cars are going to choose here. Going to have to see how Ryan Blaney does off this restart.
He chose the top side. Every driver in this race has so far. But again, remember how much time he was losing on that green flag run. I'm not feeling too good about Ryan Blaney's chances of winning right now, but there's only going to be 2 laps to go in this race. We are going into overtime. It's going to be 41 laps here as they go through turns 3 and 4 for hopefully the final time of the caution speed. This restart's so important, and we are back green. The 77 on the back bumper, the 19. He goes to the inside. They're 3 wide. Hocevar's on the apron. He pushes up. All 3 of them are in the wall. Through goes Tyler Reddick and Alex Bowman.
Wide.
Bowman and Reddick into the wall, and Tyler Reddick is your new leader. He's clear for the lead by a lot right here, but remember, he just hit the wall pretty hard there. He's been having that tolling issues all stage. So we come on the white flag one more time around. Tyler Reddick goes to the bottom. Alex Bowman goes to the top. He's looking for that runoff corner exit. Bowman swings to the inside. Reddick blocks him. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Alex Bowman right there. He puts the bumper to the back of the 45. He wrecks him. And exiting corner number 4, Alex Bowman is going to win at Pikes Peak International Raceway.
Unbelievable. Tyler Reddick getting sent up into the wall. Kyle Busch is around as well. What a final restart. They're still beating and banging in the back.
Ryan Blaney smoky coming across the line in the number 12, but what a race and what a finish here at Pikes Peak. Alex Bowman gets it done here in the number 48 machine for Hendrick Motorsports.
I'd be furious right now if I were Tyler Reddick.
Nothing too friendly was definitely said between those drivers. Taking a look at the restart, the Hurricane, Carson Hocevar took it 3 wide, and then Chase Briscoe got him on the apron. They all got loose, and then 5 wide through turns 1 and 2. Chaos erupted down the back straightaway.
And all that left Tyler Reddick as your leader. I thought off turn 4 he had it, but I guess some sort of tolling issue. He couldn't turn that car well or run it to optimal performance, and Alex Bowman chose the top here. He looked for that run on corner exit, and he got it. And I don't really like that block Tyler Reddick thrown. I'm not saying he was asking for it,
Certainly was egregious out of the 45, but then Alex Bowman completely taking him out, cleans him out in turn 4. That's what these drivers will do to get a win here in the NASCAR Cup Series. Still, Kyle Busch, you see him turning around backwards, finishing the race completely backwards here. You see another look at the finish. These drivers competing for these wins are so aggressive. There was the big block out of the 45, and here's what Bowman did to him. These guys want the win so bad that at the end of the day, 40 cars enter a race, only one can come home with the checkered flag, and this today is Alex Bowman.
What a win for the 48 camp. Kyle Busch, you saw coming across the line backwards in typical fashion. Cars are going to come park it down pit road. And here are your point standings after Pikes Peak International Raceway. Alex Bowman is leading the points only by 4. Brad Keselowski is in second.
And that right there, Tyler Reddick finished about 5th or 6th in this race, even after getting turned like that. But with those stage points, he's going to be 4th in points. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. also, he finished pretty far back. But with those stage points he accrued, he's 7th in points.
Taking a look deeper in the field at the points, Ryan Preece in 40th, the great short track racer. He, alongside Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, William Byron, were all involved in incidents on the track today. They're going to be well back in the point standings so far, leading Pikes Peak. It was a great race for some drivers who were able to work their way up to the front, but other drivers involved in accidents are going to be well deep in the points leading today's race.
Ty Gibbs also got the point for the fastest lap after coming back onto the track after he was involved in his crash in stage 2. They fixed it up and got him that extra point. It's good finishes for Connor Zilich and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. too, but what a win for Alex Bowman. Thank you for watching this race. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed. I have plenty more races coming soon, but until then, see you next time.